Alright guys, so here we are at Powers Comics, established 2007. I am a trucker, but more importantly, I am a comic fan. Hey guys, Truckin' Nerd here, and welcome to episode 5, and once again, I have some good news. So we are another step closer to being the kind of channel that you guys want and frankly deserve. Christmas came early again, and I now have a light block on top of my phone. So no more shoddy lighting or horrible glares. Just to give you an idea, check this out. Oh, bright. So I can't even see the screen right now. Anyways, we are in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we are checking out a shop called Powers, Collectibles, and Comics. So let's take a ride and see what they got. Cheeseheads. Sounds kind of derogatory. Any Evil Dead fans out there? I love those movies. You guys, every one of these tables has boxes double stacked. They have so much inventory here. I loved the Casper 90s movie. As a kid with Christina Ricci. Great movie.
Come with me if you want to live.
Casper!
Hello, I'm Dave Powers. I'm the owner of Powers Comics here in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
What initially got you into comics?
Well, my older cousin was the first person to introduce me to comic books. My mind was blown. This was very early 1980s. I'd read Spider-Man, Avengers, all these different things like that, but I'll never forget my first trip to a comic shop either. So I remember going through the bargain boxes and pulling up an old Kirby cover Avengers drawn by Perez. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. So that was the first one I read, and I was in love ever since.
How long has the shop been around?
We will be open 15 years in March.
What made you decide to want to set up shop?
So when I worked at a comic store in the 90s for a few years, and I had always wanted to have my own. I got into retail. I was a manager for years at other places. I ran other businesses, and at one point I thought, why am I running other people's businesses when I can be doing this myself? There was a big comic store that was well established here, and I just felt like it was my time to give them some competition. So I did a business plan and went for it, and still here.
Who is your favorite comic character?
My favorite comic character, that's a tricky one. Honestly, it fluctuates. So, but I would have to say, if I said from the beginning, from when I was a kid, when I first started reading to now, it would be Iron Man. So he was the first one that I was really enamored with. I do own every Iron Man issue ever, including Tales of Suspense 39, all the way up. So I'd have to say, I'd have to go with him. It's funny because when I was younger, people would ask me that question, I'd tell them Iron Man, and they'd say, who the hell's Iron Man?
And who's your favorite writer?
That's another tricky question. You're good at this. So I definitely have a top 5 that I'm vastly in love with, but if I had to pick one, it'd be hard. I would probably say Greg Rucka. Rucka's, I've never read anything of his that I didn't like. So whether it's his Marvel stuff, his DC stuff, but his indie stuff is what I really like. And he's a really good novelist too. So I'll go with Rucka.
And your favorite artist?
I would say Pulp. If anyone's familiar with him, if you're not, look him up. Problem with Paul Pope is he doesn't do enough stuff. So does a lot of covers lately, but his original stuff is mind-blowing to me. Absolutely love him. And I got to meet him finally, and he's just as cool as he is as his artist. So.
Are you reading anything right now?
Yes. I try to at least read the first issue of as many series as I can, so I have a feel for what is going on. Unfortunately, I don't get to finish a lot of stuff, but a couple of the titles that I've really liked that are newer lately, Time for Time is an Image book that's several issues in. That's really cool. It's a lot of the stuff I like. New Burn #1 just came out. That was a really good read. Trying to think what else. As far as like Marvel and DC stuff, Daredevil's been really good. I really enjoyed that book. And DC stuff, a lot of people make fun of DC because it seems like all they put out is Batman, but there's been a lot of really good Batman comics the last couple of years, so can't argue with it. So.
If you had to pick, what would you say is your favorite book in the store right now that I can give to my viewers?
This is a book that I love and I think is very underrated, and everyone that I have read it loves it, and it would be
You would definitely have my vote, good sir. Absolute classic. An amazing movie. Everybody should watch.
There! He's on a hoverboard!
Guys, you gotta check this out. You got the Ninja Turtles before they were colored. All 4 action figures. It's the right time of year for this statue. He's got his scarf and his kitty. This thing's $1,000. And totally worth it. You guys, I'll tell you what, if this Silver Surfer did not exist, Vision is absolutely my next favorite character. I would totally buy it. He absolutely horrified me in my childhood. Man, do I feel cheesy walking out of that place. Ah, did you get the pun?
Does it feel good?
Anyways, the owner's a really cool guy. I would say it was just, your run-of-the-mill comic shop. There was definitely some cool stuff that I hadn't seen in other places, which was refreshing. I really hope it never gets to a point where I just nothing's new. It's always exciting. You know what I mean? So one thing that wasn't mentioned in the interview is there's actually a separate Powers shop in Green Bay. It's called Powers East, but they actually shut that down. They still have the building, but now it is a cat rescue and shelter. It's called Brewster's, I believe. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to help out wherever you can. I'm sure there's some cat lovers here. It's a shame I didn't get to meet the owner's wife because she's the one who runs Brewster's. She sounds like a really sweet lady. They also have a live show every other Friday. I don't know if you're familiar with what a live show is, but essentially just imagine a table with stands, and on each stand is a book and it's labeled A through G. They'll put a book up, put the price, and you can claim it in the live chat if you want to buy it, and they'll ship it to you. I'm not sure when their next live show is, what date that will be. I'll try and put it in the description once I figure that out. So if you want to go check that out and support them, this is why I do this channel, right? So, you guys don't all live in Green Bay, but you all can go online. You're here right now. So hopefully you can go out there and support them. It seems like they have a good time. There is a little bit of swearing, and apparently they like to get their drink on, so it might get a little rowdy, but I'm sure it's going to be a good time. I think I'm going to check it out as soon as I figure out, when the next one is. The one thing that really intrigued me is that the owner has every single issue of Iron Man ever. I don't even want to know what type of price tag that would have. I imagine it's high, but that's pretty impressive. If I were interested in collecting singles, I would obviously, I think I'd go for Silver Surfer, but I'd have to be long into retirement after saving up quite a bit of money to be able to do something like that. So huge props to that guy. He obviously loves the hobby, and just overall a really cool guy. I guess now it's time to share what I got for myself, and then we'll move on to the giveaway. So I got this shirt. Hopefully some of you know what that is. I'm a huge Alan Moore fan, and this is the mask that kind of moves around, if you've seen the movie, of Rorschach. He is my favorite character, so I had never seen a shirt like this. It's perfect. It's totally me. And I also got this shirt. It's Batman Year 100. I believe the owner's favorite artist is this guy who did this. If you don't know what Year 100 is, it is a great story, and you should definitely go check it out. Now, I feel like everybody has, the same old Batman shirt where it's the symbol or something like that. I wasn't going to get one of those. I saw a couple of them, but I wanted something that was a little bit different. So I figured, why not an old and decrepit Batman? So they didn't have any of their own shop's t-shirts, Powers Comics or whatever. But the owner said that he would send one to me. So I'm looking forward to getting that. I'm also getting stickers made. So when I send you guys the giveaways, you'll also get a You Truckin' Nerd sticker, and I'm going to start giving them to the shops too. So I'm pretty excited and looking forward to that. I just think it makes sense to wear comic related apparel. For my videos, at least. I'm not going to wear these while I'm working. Like, when I'm getting loaded stuff, I get so dirty. Rusty chains, dirty straps. I'm out there in the mud sometimes. It gets really bad. So, I will save these. They will be nice, crisp, and clean for you guys. And hopefully it just adds a little bit more flavor to the channel.
Flavor Town. Oh. Flavor Town.
All right, guys. So I finally did it. I bought only one book from the shop. What I got was Outcast by Robert Kirkman. And I cannot pronounce this artist's name. I don't even want to butcher it. I'm going to say it's Azaceta. Anyways, Robert Kirkman has never done me wrong. I love The Walking Dead. Invincible's pretty good. So I figured, why not grab this? I've seen it around. I think I looked it up at Goodreads at one point. And the back says, a new horror series from The Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman. Kyle Barnes has been plagued by demonic possession all his life, and now he needs answers. Unfortunately, what he uncovers along the way could bring about the end of life on Earth as we know it. So, right down Kirkman's alley. Sounds like it'll be good. Definitely excited to check it out. This is book 1, and it is made by Image. You got a price tag of $39.99 on it. So, for a deluxe hardcover, that's not bad. I mean, it's pretty typical. Okay, so when I say that the owner was a pretty cool guy, he was a pretty cool guy. He took me over to a singles rack that had a whole bunch of number ones, and he just went down, each shelf and was like, have you read this? Have you read this? Have you read this? A lot of them were no. So he gave me a bunch of free singles. I'm not going to go into detail as far as what the story's about or anything, but I'll show you what it is. So what he gave me was the Sixth Gun, Gideon Falls, Marvel Knights Daredevil by Bendis, Thief of Thieves, Ice Cream Man. I'm super excited to check this out. He said some really messed up stuff happens in this book, and I'm here for that. Then we have the single issue of Velvet by Brubaker. I actually said it right this time. It's not with Sean Phillips, though. I know he prefers to work with him, but it says the artist is Epting. So I'm excited to see if there's really any difference from, Brubaker Phillips and Brubaker Epting. He also gave me Revival #1. This looks super interesting. I have no clue what it's about, but I mean, the cover looks great. Lazarus, which I'm sure I'll like because I see it all over the place. And last of all, East of West. So once again, seeing this all over the place. I think it gets a little political or something like that. I'm not usually one for political stuff. You'll never see me talking about that stuff on my channel. That's not what either you or I are here for. But, I'll give this a shot and see how it is. I mean, I got it for free. All right, so now we move on to the giveaway. For those of you who are new or do not know, I do a giveaway every week for every shop I visit. And I ask the owner of the shop, what is your favorite book in the store? Whatever book they pick, no matter the price, I buy and then I give it to one of you. All you have to do is be subscribed, like, and comment. That's it.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Okay, so the owner of the shop is actually friends with a writer/artist. He's local to Green Bay. So this is just a small part of the giveaway, but I have 3 books that this artist/writer made. So the first one I have, I just saw the cover and thought it looked really cool. It's black belt. It's all spacey. It's got some, planets in there. No clue what it's about. Don't know what any of these are about. So I guess you'll find out when you read it. Then we have Back Channel. Not traditional comic sizes, as you can see. They're all a little bit different. Wait until you see this last one. But the owner of the shop is actually a character in this book. So I thought that was pretty cool. And lastly, we have a book called Tethermen. It's in a sleeve, which really caught my eye. But not only that, the pages are like all separate. It's not built like a regular book. Not only that, but it like the front of the pages all have, the story. And then on the back, there's like different, old statues that I guess they have facts about them or something like that. But it seems pretty cool. So I figured, why not include it in the giveaway and support a lesser known artist. Because this is how we all get started, right? We start small. Now for the big part of the giveaway. This is going to cost a pretty penny to ship, I'm sure. Check it out.
This book right here, Starman. So this is the James Robinson one from the 90s. This is the omnibus. It's fantastic. That's drawn by Tony Harris. He did the first half of the series. It's a great story. You don't have to know anything about the character. I highly recommend it.
That's right, guys. You're going to get Starman, the first compendium. It is a whale. The art looks pretty cool. I've seen this before. Never gave it a second of thought. I figured maybe it's just a B-list character. This character's been around a while. For him to say that this is his favorite book, it makes me want to check it out now. I probably never would have bought it until I did this, which is another reason why I love doing these videos. So, one of you lucky passengers is going to receive this and the 3 untraditional comics I have right here. You know what you got to do. All right, guys, so that about wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed the content this week. I am right outside of New York City, and I am dropping off early tomorrow morning, so I definitely have to hit the hay. We'll see where the next comic stop takes us. Thank you for riding along, and I will catch you on the next one. Over and out.